Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for FET price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. Starting on the daily chart here, we are looking at our overall view for the bullish and bearish scenario. We have, of course, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulse toward the upside, finishing wave 1 in the yellow. ABC, of course, corrective for wave 2, and then 1, 2, 1, 2 potentially here, and then looking for a massive wave 3 toward the upside. Now another scenario, of course, it can be a finished A, B, and a C here, where your wave C is an impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, after a wave A impulsive as well. You finish a zigzag for a wave 1, as of course, as well as a leading diagonal for wave 2 as well, corrective, and then zigzag for wave 3, 4, and a 5 toward the upside. As you can see, this wave 4 is 3 waves toward the downside, which of course it has hit already the perfect zone for this wave 4 to unfold a wave 5 after all. If you are in a 1, 2 and 1, 2 here, your wave 1, 2 has already reached the perfect fib level for a 0.78 and the 0.618. Of course, for a wave 2, meaning of course you would like to see a wave 3 unfolding toward the upside, especially after a finished ABC or W, X, and a Y for lower prices. Now the question mark is, did we finish of course this leg wave C or a potential wave Y? We're gonna dive deeper of course to see if we have finished or not yet, and we're gonna see how much time potentially we still have to range inside this blue box and until we unfold of course a wave 5. Before moving to this, let me mention of course the bearish scenarios here that you might have, where you have potential a wave A here, you have a 3 waves toward the upside. For a wave B, you're looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for a wave C, or potentially it can be of course a W, X, and a Y. Your wave Y might be kind of 3 ways down, 3 ways up, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as an ABC structure. In case you are of course moving in an impulse toward the downside, you would like to see 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5 for lower prices. As you might have realized, both bearish scenarios, if you are in double 1, 2 and 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, you are looking for of course a rebound toward the upside. In case you are 3 ways down, 3 ways up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 3 corrective waves, you are looking for a rebound toward the upside, which is of course the same scenario for the bullish. You're looking for higher prices, meaning again it's a box of opportunity for FET, and this area is very bullish. Of course, whatever it is, bullish or bearish, you are looking for higher prices soon or later. Let's dive inside this wave to see what's going on inside it. On the 2-hour charts, inside this wave, the last wave, of course, the current one, we are looking at potential WXY. Finished here, of course, a wave A as 3 waves down. You're looking for a very choppy or zigzag or triangle, I would say, wave X. And then you're looking for, of course, a final structure as a zigzag, where you would like to finish, of course, is this wave Y. Now your wave Y potentially here can be not just a zigzag, it can be of course a flat 3 waves down. Of course, as you can see, you have kind of like a zigzag 3 waves up for X, and you're looking here for another structure after this impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. You're looking for a wave B, and then of course 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, meaning potentially that this of course scenario might unfold even still a little bit one more leg toward the downside to finish at least this structure, of course, as a wave Z, I would say, if you want, as well as a different scenario, same as WX and Y. Your WX and a Y would like to be, of course, a bigger wave Y with a zigzag here, where you are expecting one more leg, or you are in WX, Y, X, and a Z. Again, this wave Z is the same scenario with a bigger correction here, or corrective wave in 3 waves. You're still looking for one more low to finish, of course, as this impulse, and finish as well with it a WX, Y, X, and a Z, or WX and a Y. Now, if we are in a different scenario where you are looking here at something like an ending diagonal after having potentially 3 waves down, and a wave B, of course, after a wave A, you're looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for a wave C here to finish, of course, with this scenario 3 corrective waves, and finishing with it, of course, a bigger WX and a Y, and then moving toward the upside. Meaning, guys, at any case scenario, potentially we are still looking for one more leg toward the downside. Now, if we dive a little bit deeper on the 1 hour chart to see what's going on inside this area, we can see that, well, this doesn't look like really a nice impulse. It looks much more like 3 corrective waves toward the upside. After this, we got 3 corrective waves downwards, and of course continuation for higher prices again with a wave C, meaning turning this into a correction. ABC, it might be of course your wave 4 in this ending diagonal. Don't forget that you are in a 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5 potentially, and of course this wave 4 target might be of course the following target for a wave 4 in a diagonal here, which we are currently in the perfect zone for it. So you would like to see, of course, this wave 4 has finished already there. Maybe even hitting the 0.5 would be nicer at 0.45, and then of course moving for a wave 5 finally, and to finish this correcting wave inside this blue box. Meaning on the daily, we are still looking, of course, guys, for this scenario where you are looking to range inside this blue box, whether we get, of course, one more low or even overshooting a little bit and then going back inside and then moving toward the upside. In case you are bearish, of course, you might continue for lower. In case you are bullish, you might continue. Of course, this is a crossroad again for later on between bullish and bearish. If we take a look also on KGT, we can see that we have a pressure for the bearish scenario. However, we are very, very close for invalidation. As you can see, you have a convergence with the price action, but if we take one more high here and we break this high, therefore this scenario is invalidated, and it might give, of course, higher potential even for higher prices. However, we have to be careful because anyway, one more leg, it might be, of course, very necessarily here to have one more leg to finish a wave C. In case you are an A, B, and a C, you're looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, meaning to finish a wave C. If we have finished, of course, we might still seek after one more low, and that means maybe just taking the low with a few cents here, and then start to move towards the upside. Actually, here on KGT, I can see some signals that we might start to move for higher. Of course, we have the buy signal on the 15-minute chart. We see a lot of course, downtrend here on the CVD line, but if you have realized in this area, the CVD line has started to go sideways and even much more for higher prices, and that means, of course, something is changing in this area. Very nice to see this on the KGT indicator, and this, of course, a signal that we might start to see something else unfolding potentially. In case, of course, even if we get one more low, this, of course, signal on the KGT is very, very essential to tell us that, okay, we start to see a lot of strength in this area. The CVD line is starting to go sideways, and we might move for higher sooner or later. Don't forget to follow on X. I have uploaded today PopCat, and more coins and updates are to come today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.